Evil Lynn.
Evil Lynn.
Did she wrestle for IWA Mid-South?
I don't know. It was like Mattel couldn't come up with a name. So, well, she's evil and... Hey, Lynn, go get me a cup of coffee. I say we call her Evil Lynn.
Evil
and they
Lynn.
made like millions of them, and kids went crazy.
Yeah, she used to live at Wright's Trailer Park by my house.
Really?
Yeah. Evil Lynn. That's rough stuff.
Anyway.
What do we got on the mat? Trevor.
Trevor, bring us in. Reel us in, Trevor.
AWA Slam, the great Malachi.
Malachi, formerly Malenko. He's going to get mad because I'm putting this out on the mat, but it's the great Malachi. Taking on who?
WCPW's own Acid Jazz.
Woo! Acid Jazz. I'm telling you, this guy jumps. He flies through the air. He's been trained by Steve Boz, who's actually featured more here tonight on OTM.
It's like Steve Boz Fest 06.
Again?
06.
Again? So we'll do it again. All right. Who's going to call out Nicholas H. on his own show? Ritchard T. Sin. Hey, Trevor B. And Billy Wack bringing you the great Malachi taking on Acid Jazz. Let's go to that footage.
Well, there he is, the great Malachi. I know little or nothing about the great Malachi.
Trevor Blanchard along with Billy Wack and Ritchard T. Sin will join us in a minute or so. And there's Acid Jazz from Windy City Pro Wrestling. Hell of an athlete.
Ritchard T. Sin just got a call from the director of the Field Museum, and a lot of people don't know this. Ritchard T. Sin, he's an archaeologist in his off time, along with fronting a rock band, and well, he's off to find something just as important and powerful as the Ark of the Covenant. So we're eagerly anticipating Ritchard T. Wait, I think he's coming back, and he seems to be arkless. Did you find the Ark of the Covenant, Ritchard T. Sin, on
But
your...
he does have a cell phone in his hand.
Oh, well, maybe...
Indy. Yes, Indy.
Maybe he was just making a phone call. Look at Acid Jazz stomping.
Uh-oh, Acid Jazz?
Oh.
He's the master of the cocoa butt, is he not?
The cocoa butt.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Bobo Brazil. Well, Acid Jazz, he kind of looks like a shorter, rounder version of Bobo Brazil.
Bobo had more hair on, too.
Bobo had some really straightened hair. I think he did some serious lie going on that hair.
Something.
That was good stuff.
You ever see him wrestle?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. Actually,
Or in Indiana?
I think I probably saw him at the Hammond Civic Center. You know, there's a guy that wrestles as Bobo Brazil Jr. to this day, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually...
Formerly known as Calypso Jim in the AWA.
Calypso Jim.
Who was trained by Victor Palooza.
There you go, Richard Atlas. Here we go, the great Malachi.
Oh, Malachi. I call him Malachi.
I think he goes by Malachi, formerly known as Great Malenko. He'll get real mad at me for saying that here on the mat tonight. But nonetheless, I remember this kid when he came to the Windy City Training Center. Really picked things up quickly, bought himself some nice boots, good tights. I mean, I'll put it this way. He's worked on his upper body. He's made himself get bigger over the years. I think he's done well for himself. I got to kudos. I'm going to give a thumbs up to Malachi. Although he's not giving a thumbs up to his crowd. He's walking out, isn't he?
This is my first Malachi experience, so I'm excited. Now, what venue is this, Richard T?
You know, I don't. Some kind of gymnasium here. Nicholas H., our producer. What venue is this? Nice shot of Malachi walking in.
He's actually referee on this, so maybe we can tap him on the shoulder.
Nicholas H., where is this? We're trying to ask you a question here, son. Wake up and join the fray. Elmwood Park. This is in Elmwood Park to answer that question, Billy Wack.
Is this a high school or a... Right.
Elmwood Park High.
That's right, Elmwood Park High.
And you were there, Nicholas H.?
Oh, definitely. See,
there he is.
City show.
No, it is not.
Not a Windy City show. You heard it right there from Nicholas H. himself. Richard T. reporting. Look at this, man.
So what company is this then? AWA Slam. All right.
AWA Slam bringing it, as they often do. Trevor Blanchard, what kind of a wrist? Oh, my goodness. These guys have been just tearing up each other's wrists here.
You ever had that done yet?
No, not recently. Well, wait. Hey,
wait,
you know,
we've got it right here in the
that
studio.
Kind of hurts,
oh, my God. Trevor's got a hold.
Ow.
Basically, I've got Ritchard T's hand just how Acid Jazz had Malachi.
That's great, Trevor, but nobody can see it, Trevor. Nobody can.
Oh, man, Trev, you really torqued it on there, buddy. You're like a pit bull terrier. Terrier? Scarier. All right, moving right along. Crazy stuff here. Acid Jazz taking on the great Malachi. Nicholas H., your official. Nicholas H., your producer. Nicholas H. on everything but roller skates. Let's give a big shout out to Nicholas H.
We might have a hammer by tomorrow afternoon. You never know.
There you go. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. And Great Malachi's going to whip around a headlock on Acid Jazz.
Remember that Stooges thing when they're at the rock pile?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one. Yeah, I can see you and Nicholas H. at the rock pile.
Oh,
And I ain't talking about no Dave Edmonds
that sounds
concert
like some
either.
kind of alternative nightclub. And in the rock pile tonight on stage,
There you go.
Iron Cobra
With Raven and Tank.
Nice bridge up by Acid Jazz and Malachi.
Yeah,
Headlock.
this takes me back to Windy City. That's why I first asked, is this a Windy City match? This is Elite Pro Wrestling. We got a poster here.
No, it's actually
AWA Slam, I'm sorry.
AWA Slam.
We do have a poster from Elite Pro Wrestling. They just worked recently out in Steger at the VFW Hall in Steger, Illinois. That's a nice
You were
place.
there, Billy Ware?
I definitely was there, and it was a good crowd. I'm pushing for, especially the shows in Steger. I think Elite should have a mascot, the Stegosaurus.
Really?
Yes.
A lot of people go to Steger?
Yeah, it was all right. It was a good time
Yeah.
Come on, Brian.
for me.
Yeah, not for me.
It
That's
could have been for me, too.
That's right out there by Hammond, Indiana, where we're playing on the mat tonight. Channel 21 on Comcast in Hammond.
Jazz ducks the close. Versus the hip toss. Malachi down.
Look at Acid Jazz, very pleased with himself. Come on, get
Nice
back
arm
up,
drag.
so I can give you that arm drag.
Another arm drag.
Oh!
Right to the jaw.
He didn't hit that though, did he? Looked like he missed.
Might have got him on the shoulder.
He grazed him, and you know it hurts much more when you just graze him.
Oh, is that what it does? Look at Nicholas H. taking that count. Oh, out slides Acid Jazz. He's taking the fight to the floor. Around he goes. Look at him. He's chasing him around the ring. Back in comes a great Malachi.
And drops an elbow just as Jazz comes in.
Acid Jazz. He's gotten a lot better shape over the years. He's really put on some muscle mass. There he goes.
Trying for the sunset. He held on to the ropes. Kick to the stomach.
Catches it, he does.
Around. Another side headlock. Northern Lights suplex.
Northern Lights.
You count.
Call on, brother. You go, Trevor.
Nicholas H., I think he was out of position there. I think he was completely out of position there.
He's a tall guy. Uh-oh. Great Malachi with a cover. One. Oh, gets the shoulder up. Does that? Yes.
Dave Hedman from WWE actually told Nick that he was too tall to go.
Did he really? Ouch. That's cold.
Unfortunately.
Well, he is
Sometimes-
taller than certain wrestlers.
Yes.
Especially if you go to ECW or TNA. He's a tall guy. But it doesn't mean he couldn't get in there and be evil managerial force. Like we used to see Nicholas H. with the cowboy hat, with the straw hat.
Think about it. Yeah, heel manager, Nicholas H. What does the H stand for? Hell! I'm Nicholas Hell! And he just throws fireballs. Like, for no reason, just during his entrance. He just comes out
Would it
and
be
starts
fireballs or
throwing
would it be
fireballs.
after he had some Mexican food?
It would
One,
be,
two.
it would be
That had burned
fireballs.
yet. Believe me, I had to stand close to it at the Congress Theater a couple weeks back, and believe me, I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
You weren't lighting the match for around.
No, I knew better. He's Nicholas H. He is the man. Oh, look at that shot by Malachi.
Another one. Billy Wack, you ever had a chop like that?
Yeah, I've been chopped, you know. I've
Stiff ones, or-
done it all. Stiff ones, yes.
Have you ever put through a door?
I was put through a table, I believe. I don't know about the door. I don't think I did the door.
Didn't you guys used to have the Puerta man?
Yeah, Mr. Puerta.
Mr. Puerta, the door man. That was good stuff. The door man. God,
Wasn't
I
he
love
working
it.
with PCW for a while?
Yes.
Is he still or no?
No, last I heard, and well, it's not like I keep tabs on Mr. Puerta, really, but last I heard, he got all fed up, you know. There's so many people that you give them that spot, and even if just that manager spot, everybody thinks that they should be the star and the focal point, and sometimes no, and sometimes people just have a hard time understanding that, and that's why they get all frustrated, and then you'll read their blog about how I wasn't used right, and I'm not necessarily saying that was Mr. Puerta, but there's guys out there, and hey, you guys that are watching the show, if that sounds like you, get yourself out of the business. You suck.
Well put, Mr. Wack.
The show is about the show, the company, the Fed, not you.
It's an ensemble. Thank you very much.
If some promoter comes to you and says, you're the champion, then you take that and you honor that, and that's good stuff. You don't like waving people, oh, I'm the champion.
What if they say you're the first match?
You take that too, and you'd be damn glad you're doing it.
That's right. That's the attitude, Mr. Wack. Here we had great Malachi in there lifting up Acid Jazz. Looks like he's setting him up for some sort of a pile driver, perhaps. Well, he can't quite get him up there, can he? Trying to soften him up with some blows to the back. It's going to take more than that for Acid Jazz. Uh-oh, here he goes. Acid Jazz catches him by the hair.
Lost him a little bit.
Smacking him to the back is Acid Jazz. Now these guys are just beating on each other, rolling around, grappling here.
Acid Jazz taking back control back on Great Malachi. It's the ropes. Ooh.
Bam. Look at
Quick
that.
leg to the chest and the throat area.
He's been under the two. Whoa, look at that. A hip hop spin around. Thank you very much. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Malachi just got popped. Look at this.
He's signaling that I believe Malachi's hurt. We need to get help out there.
I think he's signaling devastation. Come help me. Here we go.
Or maybe he's straight edge.
That too. Like CM Punk.
Whoa.
Hey, flies through the air. Little stop motion photography. Oh, man, he just kicks him now. Here we go. Here he goes. Acid drop. Attempted acid drop gets interrupted by Malachi. Ooh. Down he goes. What a blow to the back by Malachi.
That was unbelievable.
Yes, it was.
I would not be surprised if Acid Jazz was walking like Chris Reeve after that maneuver.
Chris Reeve. Oh, that's cold.
What? It was in the book. I read about it.
Yeah, he's gone too.
Off of the horse.
That's a wild bucking bronc. Uh-oh, big slam by Malachi.
Looks like he might go up to the top rope.
You think Chris Reeve had that horse killed? You think?
I think he had him mounted.
Quite honestly, he probably wouldn't even think about that.
By Zed from Pulp Fiction.
I would have been obsessed with it.
Big elbow.
Killing that horse.
Great Malachi. Covers it 1, 2.
Wait a minute.
Whoa,
wait a minute. We saw a hand come up. I bet the shoulder was up as well.
What does Malachi have to do to put Acid Jazz away? I can't believe it.
He's trying again. One more. 1, 2. Acid Jazz gets a shoulder up.
You know, I bet if you keep pinning a guy, sooner or later, he's just going to get tired of trying to kick out. I mean, that would have to take its toll on you also.
But what if the guy gets tired of pinning you? Then you're in trouble.
Then this match is a draw, a no contest.
That's it. We've seen those before here on the mat. Nicholas H. versus Trevor Blanchard.
A main event in any arena on the moon.
You know, I don't know if you were actually up there. We did a show. Holy cow! Moonsault and he misses. Billy Wack, were you up there in Oshkosh when I wrestled some kid, basically beat the tar out of him? Were you up there for that show?
I remember you on a few occasions because I remember your robe.
Okay.
You had that $32,000 robe. I remember.
Yeah, that's a real robe. He bought that from Ric Flair.
I believe it.
I had actually. I'll tell you a true story.
Oh!
Ow!
Do we have time for a true story here tonight? I think these guys are...
The girl that actually made my robes works for WWE now.
Wow.
Really? They showed seamstresses in the hallway.
3, that was it. That was it.
1, 2, 3, and I'm talking about a seamstress. Excuse me.